Welcome back to the 504 Core podcast. I'm Corey Rholdon, joined by Zack Nagy and Michael Foret, and basketball season's back. The New Orleans Pelicans with an injured Memphis Grizzlies without John Moran, who's suspended. They looked good last night. Zion didn't look great, but Zion's still Zion. Good to see him back out on the court. CJ McCollum looked healthy. I like the way CJ played. And, just overall, I was satisfied with the way the team looked.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. For the most part, Zion obviously still needs to get that next step in his game, but for him to do what he did in game one already and just shaking back was phenomenal. I mean, you had that short span of 30 seconds where he posterized that, I can't say, but posterized his ass, caught a lob. I mean, it was just fantastic, everything that he was doing. He looks explosive. He looks healthy. Everything from Zion I was really pleased about. But to what you said, dude, about CJ McCollum, to say he looks healthy is an understatement. I mean, he looked fantastic last night.
Mike can't be hating right now.
Yeah, and look, and I was kind of a little bit on that train too, just kind of sick of all the BS with CJ McCollum. But bro, for him, what he hit 6 threes, he just looked fantastic last night. It was a really good all around game, and Brandon Ingram's going to come into his own as well. But like we've always said, man, this isn't new news. When this team's healthy, they're fantastic. When they're not, the sky's falling. So remain healthy, and we'll be upbeat on this podcast. But it's all about sustained greatness. So we'll see if they can keep it going. What you think, Mike?
Yeah, no, I thought I pretty much expected that last night. I mean, them as a fully healthy team, they're not even fully healthy. They're still missing Alvarado and Nance and Marshall.
Right.
So
Nance played.
Oh, not Nance. What did I say? Alvarado.
Murray.
Murphy. Yeah. So I mean, they're still missing some key contributors for sure, and they still play pretty well. So, Zion, he looked rusty. Let's just say that at the very least. I mean, until the fourth quarter, his stat line wasn't that impressive. He had a bunch of turnovers, but he's going to get together. It's not a question. I mean, he doesn't even look like he's in game shape yet right now. I mean, he was behind the plays on defense a ton. He still needs to get in game shape. That's for sure. He's definitely rusty, and he still put up the points he did. I saw a stat today. He scored the last 12 points of the team's points.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So he needs to be the one closing games. Ingram looked like, I still feel like Zion and Ingram are still gelling and figuring each other out. So, and then you mentioned CJ. Yeah, there's no CJ hate today. So he looked really, really good. Like I said, you guys said too, he looked really healthy. He looked like a different player. I thought he looked more crisp. And then Antonio Daniels referenced that he's in the best shape he's ever been in. Guys say shit like that all the time, but I don't think CJ McCollum would say something like that, not really mean it. So, it was really good all-around team win. I was really unimpressed by Marcus Smart and Jaren Jackson's brain. Those two guys might be I don't know if their IQ equates to above triple digits. Dude, they are so stupid. I think you're going to see my bold prediction this year is Marcus Wash is going to get a lot of comments of him being washed. He's not even that good of a defender anymore. The shit he does. So Jaren Jackson's still really good, but he commits all 6 fouls every game. He did that last year, but Memphis is definitely going to be needing Jaw soon. But yeah, overall the Pelicans look good, and I'm excited for the season once again. So that's all I gotta say.
Anything else, Zach, on the Pels before we talk about predictions with the NBA?
Yeah, kind of just about the offense as a whole. I know before the season started, one of our preseason kind of topics was about Borrego and his coaching style and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, kind of just watching the game, I really liked how you utilize Zion obviously as a type of guy who drives and can finish around the rim. He's like a slithery finisher. He can finish. I don't even know how he gets the angles to get to the rim and do what he does. But like I said, a slithery finisher in 2K. But other than that, I liked how he got to the lane, but also the ability to dish out, and our guys were making the extra pass. I really think once Hawkins gets into his own, and you got Trey Murphy back, you get your guys who can shoot the ball well back, hoping that Hawkins can make a three, Corey. Hoping 50%. That these guys can do that. I feel like in Borrego's system, dude, I feel like they're gonna eat. I really feel like that was a difference-making hire.
Matt Ryan was even eating, dude.
Yeah,
he was an Uber driver.
You said Matt Ryan, yeah. Boom, that perfect. Really good transition. That absolutely for him to hit 3 threes in the first quarter or whatever it was phenomenal. And I think that just goes to what Borrego kind of brings to this offensive system is the ability to drive and kick, the ability to make that extra pass, and utilize your shooters to the best of your abilities, dude. I really think that was a fantastic hire. Small sample size, one game, obviously, but you don't have your best shooters on the floor. Look, man, I think the world of this offense, and I'm really hoping Borrego can continue to kind of like unlock different elements to it.
I agree. I have nothing to add there in terms of the Pels. Like everything with this team, too, guys, it's all about what are they going to do in March, in April, in May.
Yeah.
Right? The preseason hype's been there with them. It's all about the next couple, like the last couple months.
I mean, how do you stay afloat? Like, hypothetically, sorry, Mike. Hypothetically, what if, what if Zion goes down again, knock on wood, or what if BI goes down again, knock on wood? Like, how do you stay afloat with this team instead of fold like a house of cards? Like, how can you kind of stay afloat and wait for them to potentially get healthy again instead of just crumble? Like,
not just waiting for them to get healthy. It's extended period of time. And I don't think anybody can do that when your two best players are gone for 2 months or more than that. Right?
I feel like we shouldn't even be talking about that right now. Obviously, just after game one, but like, it's such a important topic to even just talk about because it's happened so many times. Like history has repeated itself on several occasions. But I don't want to go down that path. Last night was fantastic. I loved what they did. I love the offense. Both sides of the floor were really well played. Mike, like you said, I mean, Zion still he has a whole nother gear that he can get to, but looked explosive, looked healthy. Just that next step's get into game shape. But I loved what they did last night, man. I'm small sample size, but I'm happy after day one.
I got a question. Can anyone throw Zion a fucking lob that's like catchable?
Oh, dude, they were horrible.
Dude, I feel like Lonzo Ball is the only one that's thrown him a successful lob in the past few years. I mean, it's gotten to the point. Like preseason was terrible. That Herb Jones and transition, like the 2-on-1, that was terrible. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? I don't understand. I mean, the dude can jump through the gym and he catches any lob and they just can't find it. They need to practice that. I don't know, but that's something that's like concerning. But like going back to Zion, dude, how many times did you like hold your breath? Like he must have fell hard or had a weird fall.
We were talking about that last night.
4 or 5 different times. I was like, geez. So
every time he goes up in the air, I'm just like
yeah. But he had like some like hard falls. So
when Jaren Jackson blocked him in the paint, yeah.
Yeah, and then like the way he lands too. I don't know. He is not, he doesn't throw caution to the wind. So he goes up there and he tries to go for it every time. And then, that's what makes him great at the same time too. Same with like John Morant, like those guys are going for it. So
the bull in a china shop.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, but just seeing that, I was like, damn, like, I don't know how sustainable that is, but if we get 65, 70 games at Zion, I think that's a successful season for him. So yeah, hopefully it'll be prolonged.
Any NBA predictions?
Marcus Smart will get a lot of wash comments this year.
I already said mine earlier, like a couple of weeks ago, that Jokic is winning MVP. The Nuggets are going to have the best record.
I don't think that's far-fetched. Even though I hate that. Like, don't give me something else. Give me something else. Because obviously, you're out there now.
And watch them. Okay, like I'm letting you know right now, he's the opposite of Zion, where he's gonna play a long time because he doesn't run and jump high. Right?
I don't think he's gonna play long. It's
not nothing to do with health. The reason why he wouldn't play long is because he gets tired. But the dude, here's another thing that's wrong about Jokic. The dude cares about basketball. The dude does work hard.
That narrative is so weird to me.
It's a joke. It's just because of how he is in press conferences.
Just because he's slow. He moves like a snail. Like
he does.
It's his play style.
My man works his ass off.
Agreed.
My man loves basketball. Okay.
Well, give me this then. If you think Jokic goes back to back again, or if you think Jokic wins, sorry, not back to back. If Jokic wins another MVP, Nuggets repeat, give me like your wild card. Like give me something like that you think not a lot of people would agree with type thing. It doesn't have to be an award. It could be like an overall record, a seed. Something that's going to happen this season that you might think is kind of like a wild card.
Give me a second.
I like it. Mike, hit me.
For what? Like just
NBA, bro. Give me a wild card in the NBA. You pick it. I want to see what you got.
I think OKC will be a top 5 seed this year.
I said top 6, so that's fine because that's just the next step for them. So I like that.
They got a lot of depth. SGA is a stud. Holmgren Chet Holmgren is, unproven, but he is good.
Put money on it. Me and Christian Lindsay did. We put money on it
what?
to be was it top 4
Rook-
seed?
He'd be I was gonna say rookie of the year because he technically
No, I'm not the biggest. I'm not a big Chet guy. It was to win 50+ games and 44.5 wins. So we were just kind of like doubling.
All right, I got one for you. The San Antonio Spurs get the 10th seed in the West. That's a wild one. That's a wild one.
Did you watch any Wemby last night?
Yeah, I did. They underutilized them, but I think that
Vassal's a freak.
I don't think San Antonio cares that much. I think it's just going to be like a Wemby show, and then, yeah, I don't think they care about winning.
Dude, I don't know, man. I think Pop's going to figure it out.
Pop hasn't been all that amazing.
But how could you say, like, even after just watching one game, again, small sample, but how could you even say, like it's the Wemby show after watching that game? Like, it's kind of contradictory to say that after you say he was kind of, like, underutilized at the same time. Like, I
didn't say the Wemby show.
Wait, what?
I didn't say the Wemby show. You wanted a hot take.
I'm talking about Mike.
No, like, if you turn on ESPN, it's all about Wembanyama. Like,
but I get that. But, like, I just feel like they're not one game, of course, but they didn't utilize him at all. They didn't swing it one more to him. They didn't really feed him that much in the post as much. Like, obviously things are going to change sooner rather than later, but I don't know, man. I just feel like that team is pretty balanced.
I don't think this team cares about winning at the moment.
That's true. I just don't like this next upcoming draft class.
And the West is so deep that, like, they're going to be facing a gauntlet, throughout the season. So I don't see it. 10 seed, yeah, definitely feasible.
I like that,
but yeah, I don't see them, doing anything. 10 seed, I could, maybe, but I mean, you want to go through the teams and, like, who's not going to make it? That's always a fun game. You always say stuff like that.
Start with the freaking Blazers,
the Portland Trail Blazers.
Oh yeah, let's go to the teams that aren't going to make it.
Yeah, like, I'm just going from 15 to 11.
The
Portland, Utah,
Houston,
that's 3.
All
right, who you kicking out? I mean, are you kicking? All right, I'll go through all the West. Denver's going to make it. OKC, Minnesota, Clippers, Sacramento, Phoenix, Lakers, Golden State, New Orleans, Dallas, Memphis. I feel like Dallas would be the team that, I don't know.
No, I'm not kicking Dallas out.
Who are you
My friend thought they weren't going to make it too. That's funny you say that. I don't know if I can knock them out. I just like Luka too much.
Let me think. Give me
I mean, Clippers maybe, as crazy as that sounds. They have been in the play-in games. Kawhi is unreliable. George is always hurt. Their depth is a little overrated. Memphis, I mean, maybe. It's hard, dude. The West is loaded.
It's insane.
I mean, Portland and Utah are, I wouldn't say guarantees, but I would say pretty close to it. Houston's pretty much a guarantee. Dude, I could see Utah being kind of scrappy though, but they'll probably take their foot off the brakes or off the gas later down the season, later down the line. Yeah, dude, the West is just too loaded. I don't know.
We'll figure something out. I just 10 seed. It's not far fetched. Like, I don't hate that at all.
It's not far fetched, but at the same time, it kind of is.
That West is so crazy, dude.
It's just injuries. Like, one player goes down, a team
can
be rocked for the entire season.
I don't know what happened there, but I could totally see the Kings falling apart, De'Aaron Fox getting hurt or something. But y'all guys want to talk about something negative instead of positive? The New Orleans Saints? Who dat?
Damn. Facts.
All right. What you got?
Do it.
So it ain't going to be a black and gold Super Bowl this year, obviously. The Saints, dude, what was that, man? And then the backlash afterwards with backup quarterbacks coming and talk, like, what is going on? And then speeding tickets, dude, like, it has just turned into a train wreck in New Orleans.
That was so crazy, bro. That, like, to reveal the footage from a speeding ticket, like, I get it. Like, he was double the like, I get it. But, like, dude, what was it? They haven't revealed traffic footage in 5 years or something, and now they're just
Yeah.
like clout chasing for Olave. Like, I thought that was utterly ridiculous. Like, it's a speeding ticket at the end of the day. I know, like, someone could have gotten hurt. I get the long term, like, I get it. But my thing is to reveal that footage and blow it so far out of proportion like that is crazy to me. Crazy, considering they haven't released anything. But yeah, I mean, obviously off the field shit and everything aside, like, this team is still far, far away from becoming what they can be.
Yeah, they're bad.
God, that Olave stuff.
It is stupid. Like, why? So, well, you know what? So you, but like, who? Never mind. I don't, man.
There's just no culture. Like, if this Olave thing happened the week after, a day or two after the Patriots game, like this wouldn't even be a story, or maybe a minor story. So
yeah,
I don't think it's anything. You know, it's just people are just harping on or just piling on to this. It's not, you know, it is what it is. But there's just no culture, dude. Like, Dennis Allen is he's just not a winner. What was the stat I saw? It was something insane. His winning percentage.
It's like 13 and 48 as a head coach or something like that.
Oh my gosh,
dude, it's so bad.
Pretty bad.
Like, as an owner, you got to be like, what the hell?
So bad,
dude. It's embarrassing. I got to find this stat.
No, it's really bad.
He's 18 and 42 as a head coach. 1842. His 300 career winning percentage is tied for 169th out of 174 coaches with 60 or more games behind them in the NFL. Dude, yeah, exactly.
Literally,
that is so bad. Like, that is unbelievably bad. I've been saying this for a while. He's just not the guy. Like, he's just a defensive coordinator trying to be a head coach, and it's not.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. So
it's just, bro. I don't know anymore, man. Like watching the Derek Carr stuff and then seeing him flip off in the sideline and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like, what are we doing anymore?
Can you admit that Derek Carr was a flop, Corey?
Yes, he's a flop.
All right.
Can we also, like, could I play devil's advocate and say, like, he's also being put in a pretty shitty position as well? And I'm not saying I'm like this advocate, by the way, for Derek Carr. Like, I'm not saying that, but playing devil's advocate, like, do you think
I can argue?
Could you put another quarterback in there and they'd be like a lot more successful? Obviously, they'll be successful to a degree, but you put another quarterback in there and he would be substantially better.
Dude, as a quarterback, you're supposed to be a leader of a team, and like, leaders are supposed to prop guys up and make them better. Like, he couldn't do it with the Raiders. I mean, it is the Raiders, fine, but this is the second organization he's going to, and there's turmoil. Like, you gotta, at some point, like, take responsibility. I mean, these guys will say, "Oh, it's on me. We'll get better. We'll get better." It's like, you can only say that so many times.
Fair.
But I mean, yeah, as a leader, as a quarterback, you're supposed to make people better. I mean, look at Joe Burrow. Like, I'm not saying he's Joe Burrow, but like, the Bengals are dog shit. He goes in there and he sends them to the Super Bowl one play away. So, like, as a QB, you're supposed to be that guy to uplift guys. I mean, is the many flaws that Jameis has, like, at least he's like, you know, I'm not gonna say he's better than Derek. I think Jameis and Carr are the same type of player, like, talent wise. It's just like he tries to uplift guys. Like, Derek Carr screaming at Olave, and then Michael Thomas goes on Twitter and bashes. I wouldn't say bash, but he's like, no, that Olave is just supposed to take away the safety and have the underneath open up. So it's a mixture of bad head coach, bad coordinating, and then bad QB play. And then there's just no culture of this team. I mean, it's just.
So what do you do from now? Like, here we go. Like, all right,
you're locked in his contract, so you got to ride it out.
Well, yeah, for 2 years.
But I'm talking about like season wise. Like, it's too early to tank, and this team has too much pride to tank. Like, do you just? I don't like. What's the next step for the team in order to get over the hump, if they can even get over the hump?
To just try something different. I mean,
like,
if
what?
you're Blake, I would say that. It's just like, if Carmichael has a certain philosophy of the offense, maybe switch it up a little bit, maybe be more aggressive, maybe not throw Hail Marys on 3rd and 2. Like, just try something different. It's just like do something different. Like, you don't have to, you don't have to change everything. Just like, maybe try something different. Maybe try a new play. Maybe do this. Maybe do that. Maybe use Taysom in the red zone. Maybe not throw fade routes to a Chris Olave when it's just when the game's on the line. It's just like, I don't know. You got Jimmy Graham. He's 6'7". Like I'd much rather have that. It's just, I don't know. And then Carmichael, he called a shit game, but he did call the play to Foster. It's supposed to be caught. Kind of a tough catch, but it can't all be on one guy. I think it's just a mixture of a lot.
You need to catch that football though.
Yeah, you do. But I mean, it's just a mixture of bad play calling, bad head coaching, Carr just not being the leader he's supposed to be. So, yeah, it's just a nightmare. It's just, there's no hope for this franchise at the moment. Because I saw a thing. It's like, if we cut every single guy, we'd only have $15 million in cap space. So we're starting to pay the piper. It's just unfortunate.
What are we thinking for this week? Corey, prediction? What you like?
Do I have to like anything? I mean, it's two mid-football teams going at it between the Colts. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but at this point in juncture with the Colts probably should have beaten the Browns. They're not bad. They're at home. The Saints are underdogs in this game, I'm going to guess. You have to win this game to kind of get some kind of momentum, right? I want to see the defense turn over. I mean, they've been doing it, but get some picks, get some short field with Gardner Minshew, create some pressure. That's something they've struggled with defensively besides Carl Granderson, who's been great. But
dude, I love Carl Granderson.
He's been great.
Doesn't get enough attention or credit. Like,
so honestly. Glad he got paid.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad we paid him too. Like, he literally is not getting any attention. He's been our best. He might be our best player on the year, honestly. Like, he's been that damn good. So, yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just had to get that in there.
No, you're right. And then I'm sitting there. I'm just thinking offensively. What can you do? Like, you know what I would do? Fuck it. I would just put Taysom Hill in there a couple of times just to try to get the running game going consistently.
You said Taysom?
Yeah, just for the running game.
Mike kind of said that too. Like, you kind of alluded to that. Like, when you're in the red zone, like, do you try something different and put like Taysom Hill in there, like damn near permanently every time you get past the 25? Like, give you some type of like opportunity to put points on the board.
I mean,
because they can't finish a kid's meal. Like, they literally get inside the 25 and it's a field goal attempt almost every single time. Like, they can't finish for shit. So like, you might as well try something different, like Taysom, like what you were saying, Corey. Like, I agree.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Like, Sean Payton put such an emphasis on special teams, and it's a three facets of the game, and two of them are just been terrible this year. I mean, Groupie, he's got a leg, but he's been wildly inconsistent. And then Headley, he hasn't even been that great. I would say bottom tier. So it's not good. Not good.
Okay. So for the second time in about 5 days, I'm gonna say big nuts Lutz. This time not get in trouble.
Yeah, she did not look happy when you said that.
No, it was all good. He's made 13 straight kicks. Broncos. 13.
Well,
so what did he miss like his first attempt, and then after that he's been perfect?
Yes.
Gotcha. Nice.
Hopefully that 7th round pick will be the next Justin Tucker. But yeah, I mean, it's just not good. I don't know what else to say about this.
That's what I was just saying. Like, what do you say with this matchup?
I mean, the spread's even. I'm pretty sure it's even money when the Saints are by 1. So like, this is a toss away game for Vegas. It seems like
Vegas doesn't even know what to say.
Yeah, no, this is. And then I saw Michael Thomas said they're gonna respect this and it's gonna be different now. So I don't know what the hell that.
He's been saying that for weeks. He's like,
this is the week, Corey. Come on,
don't change the team. We're gonna stay on the same team or whatever the fuck he said a couple weeks ago. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, by the way, in the group of 5 race, real quick, let's talk about something interesting.
Are you gonna talk about Air Force?
Dude, I'm talking about Tulane.
Well, why don't we talk about Air Force?
I'm tapping out.
It's Tulane and Air Force, top 2 teams in the group of 5. Air Force big weekend against Colorado State. I'll be there doing a couple stories on Air Force. Tulane, the best team in the American, future Power 5 school, second best program clearly in Louisiana. With their beautiful uniforms going to play Rice this week. Who does the mid team of the state have? The Raging Cajuns, SC LSU Mud Dogs.
I don't even know.
Exactly.
Dude.
To be fair, I didn't know who Tulane played either, but still. But yeah.
South
I don't even know who
Alabama,
that was.
Corey, put some respect on it.
Who?
South Alabama.
Oh yeah, that's the team Tulane killed.
Are you really doing college football math right now?
I did. Tulane killed them. Week 1.
Dude, don't hate on UL.
He loves to hate
No.
on you, bro.
That's
I'm not
literally his
hating on
passion.
y'all, but it's just y'all are in Tulane.
Wait, speaking of Louisiana, like football, you saw that stuff that happened with Northwestern State?
Yeah, dude.
What happened?
They canceled the rest of their season. Their coach resigned, and then a big reason why is because one of their players got like shot and killed.
So they just shut down. They called it the season.
Yeah,
I thought that was crazy, man.
That's all I heard about that.
Yeah, I haven't read into it, so I can't really comment on like anything besides the fact that I like saw it on Twitter, and that's it.
That's nuts.
That's crazy, dude.
When did that happen?
Like today.
All that news broke probably what, Corey, like 3 hours ago, maybe?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
But a lot of things happening with Louisiana football right now. Like obviously LSU's on a bye. Tulane's about to go handle business. We'll see what happens with UL, Northwestern State. Prayers to them.
Louisiana Tech is just there.
They just exist. Things are happening.
What
I want to
are
preview a little bit of this. Nah, we'll wait till next week. I was going to say preview a little bit of that Bama LSU matchup, but nah. I mean, we can talk about that.
I want to see who's healthy before I do that.
You said what?
I want to see who's going to be healthy.
Yeah, that cornerback room's in trouble, man.
One thing I do want to ask you, what the hell's going on with Denver Harris and Chestnut?
Yeah.
Dude, like all I can say is disciplinary stuff for both of them right now. Denver's on just such a tight leash. It just seems like anything he does results in he's a week by week case. Is he playing 1 week? Is he not? It's almost hard to say like he's on the team just because who knows what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Deuce didn't play for the rest of the season. I mean, he's been out for weeks on weeks now, but we'll see what happens with both of them long term. We'll get a status update from them on Monday during the Brian Kelly thing, but I mean that cornerback room is in shambles, and I think that's the best way to put it. You're going to start Sage Ryan, who he's a defensive back, but he's a Swiss Army knife. Like he plays nickel, safety, cornerback. Like, he just plays everywhere. He's going to be your most reliable, experienced guy. And then you have LaTerrence Welch, who might start unless you decide to start a true freshman like Jeremiah Hughes. So that cornerback room is in such bad shape. All 4 cornerbacks that you brought in through the transfer portal are either injured or inactive. All 4 of them. So
didn't Sage start earlier in the year? Was it Florida State?
Stage just started like the last 2 weeks at corner.
Okay.
But he plays everywhere. Like even if he doesn't start like necessarily, like he's gonna get snaps just about everywhere. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's super talented.
The key to LSU is getting up early. Like you got to make Jalen Miller a throw. I mean, he's phenomenal running back, but he's not the best quarterback. So
yeah, we'll get into that once we see that injury report. We'll get something going for that Bama matchup next week. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to talk about.
Big week next week, guys.
Yeah, who does Colorado play next week?
Colorado plays UCLA this week, and then next week they got Oregon State at home. But I will not be there because Air Force has Army in Denver. Huge game.
Oh my God, that's gonna be so sick. Where in Denver? Do they play at Mile High?
Yep.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
So sick. How far are you from how far is Colorado Springs to Denver?
It's like right there, dude. Like 45 minutes. I'm in Denver 3 days a week.
So it's like NOLA to BR type thing?
Yeah, maybe a little bit quicker depending on traffic.
That's gonna be so sick watching that.
Dude, random hate between the 2 cities.
Wait, what's that?
With none of the random hate between the 2 cities.
Fact. Dude, like I can't even imagine what that atmosphere is gonna be like with like Air Force and Army. Because when Army came to town last weekend, dude, that was one of the coolest experiences ever. Just watching them kind of honor them. So you getting to see that in person with both those programs. Jesus Christ. Dude,
let me just say this too. Because Army, you saw it last week. They're really not that competitive. Navy, Air Force, really, that game wasn't as close as the score said. Like Navy had like 20 yards of offense during that game. How impressive it is for an academy school to be ranked in the top 25, 7-0, with a chance to go to New Year's Six Bowl in basically November.
What do they do so well? Like, do they run the triple option? Like, what do they do?
Yes, they do. And like all the new rules and everything, like Navy and Army has been complaining, but Air Force runs for 350 yards a game.
What do you mean new rules? Like, because the clock?
cutting and like you can't cut and all that stuff, but Air Force really doesn't cut. Air Force has some athletes. I'm doing a story next week. A little preview on it real quick. Trey Taylor, their safety. He's NFL type safety. 6'2" beast. He's going to be in all the defensive back awards and everything. His cousin and mentor is Ed Reed.
Ooh.
And you kind of see, like, I was like, wonders, like, man, this guy's kind of a dog. He's got the leadership and all like qualities. It's like, damn, their defense is really good. I think they're like second in the country currently in total yards defensively. But yeah,
I got a question. How does it work? Like, if you're in the military and like you're like actually good to go to the NFL, do you have to get like some kind of like release, or how does that work?
So another guy I talked to, PJ Ramsey, has like 7 sacks on the year. Really good defensive lineman. He was like, yeah, I'm going to try to get a waiver to go to the NFL. And then whenever that journey ends, I'll go and I'll fly drones. I'm like, bro,
someone did that recently from Army. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah, that's facts. Dude, that's going to be such a neat experience in Mile High Stadium, too. Holy shit.
Yep.
All right. What about gambling wise? Anything stand out this week?
Oh, I mean, my thing for James Madison last week cashed at ease. I don't know if I have anything for this week. I haven't looked quite yet.
There's nothing that stands out.
Utah plus 7.5.
7.5. I see 6.5, but yeah.
See if I like anything. Dude, y'all are the gurus. Your UFC bet hit too, didn't it, Mike?
The UFC bet?
No, I didn't.
What?
If it was 5 rounds, it would have hit, but no.
Hey, y'all go real quick and talk, and then I'm gonna like just get.
Oh yeah, because when you're on your phone, it takes you out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, dude, I haven't even really looked at the books. I haven't really like checked anything at all, to be honest. I haven't even looked at SEC games for this week, to be honest.
There's really, I mean, the best game this week is Oregon, Utah by far, and then like if you want to group Georgia, Florida in there,
that'll be a fun game.
It's 14.5. I feel like that's a lot of points. I don't know. Is Georgia's
favored?
Yeah, I mean, Georgia's good, but are they really that good?
It's a neutral site, so like if it was in Athens, I would say okay, that'll cash at ease. But it's a neutral site in Jacksonville.
Is Bowers out? Isn't he hurt?
Yeah, he's out. He might be out for the year. He'll probably try to come back at some point though. So I don't.
Dude, that's a lot of points. I don't know if I'd bet it, but if I had to, I'd do Florida.
I like that.
Yeah, there's really not any games that really stick out. Duke Louisville's a sleeper.
Is this crazy and outlandish to say? Obviously, like Texas doesn't have viewers. They're playing BYU. BYU has like 1 or 2 like quality wins. 19.5 points is a lot. That's not my bet. I'm not saying it's my bet, but like, is it outlandish to say that like BYU covers plus 19?
No, it's a lot of points, dude. Anytime you see big spreads, I mean, who's playing? Arch Manning's not playing. Who's their backup?
Like Malik Murphy or something like that.
No.
All right,
yeah,
I got y'all.
He's super athletic. What you got, Corey?
All right, got 2 for y'all. The first one's in college football. I have NC State covering 10 points against Clemson. I think Clemson's frauds, obviously. The next one, on the road, the Vikings win in Green Bay.
Dude, I got to start looking at NFL picks when we do this because I just go straight to college football. I like that, though.
Those are my bets of the week.
What's the Saints over under?
Just hammer the under, whatever it is.
43.5. Oh my God. Yeah, honestly, just slam that under. That's a lot. Let's see, Saints. Yeah, I would take that under. It's 43.5 is a lot for these 2 offenses. I mean, Colts defense isn't that bad, right?
No.
They got some guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. What else? Bills minus 10.
Bills are minus 10 tonight?
Yeah. 9.5 I saw in BetMGM.
What do you use, Corey? What
BetMGM.
Strictly, like you strictly use that?
No, I use FanDuel too.
Yeah, I don't got anything else.
Lock in what Corey's got, bro. Best bets. Corey's the one who handles
No,
that.
no, bro. They
Oh.
stole my segment, man. They stole it.
Say it. What is it now?
They stole my segment at WBRZ. So now it's peak bets because we got Pike's Peak and we peaking at the right time.
That's what it is.
Cash in on peak bets right here with Corey Rholdon. Let's go. All right.
We're rocking with it. We're rocking
All right.
with it.
Let's end on that. That was beautiful.
Let's get it. Close us out.
Well, thank you guys for listening. All right, Corey. Go.
That's another episode of the 504 podcast. Make sure you like and share us on Instagram, on Twitter, on everything. We appreciate y'all. Have a good night.